Hi, it's Julie. Welcome to your Good Glutes and Healthy Hips workout. So we're going to start in 4-point kneeling. So we're going to get into a nice neutral position of the spine in 4-point kneeling. So wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Good. And remember, if you do have sort of knee problems, maybe place a little blanket or a little cushion or something underneath your knees, a little bit of padding. Same with the wrists as well. You can put a towel or roll the mat back or whatever. So just coming into a nice neutral position in the spine. Make sure you filled the back, so our breastbone is lifted, so we're not down here slumping in the shoulders, we're nice and lifted. Abdominals are drawing in, so rib cage is connecting down towards the abdominals. So already we're working really hard here just to kind of stabilise the position of the body. I'm going to start with a little leg lift. So you're going to take your whatever leg, what's this, right leg back, keep it in line with the hip. I'm going to float the leg just to hip height and back down to tap. So trying to keep the hips square, pressing into the arms to lift, keep that lift in the upper body. And we're just taking the leg to where we can hold neutral. So what we're not doing is this and losing the connection here. So we're keeping that connection with the ribs to the pelvis and we're just using the glute. So imagine the lift is coming from the little smile line where your glute meets your hamstring. Nice and active. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bringing that leg back in. Going to float the other leg. And the same thing. So little count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and leg back in. Working that again, we're going to bring the arm into it. So you're going to take your leg back, and this time you're going to walk the opposite arm forward. So the arm stays in line with the shoulder, and we're going to lift and lower the arm and the leg. So again, active through the upper body, keep lifted in the breastbone, keep the abdominals lifting away from the mat. And this time, arm and leg at the same time. So see if you can get as much range in that shoulder as you can. Good. 3, 2, good. So lengthening the arm and the leg at the same time. You're going to hold it here. Find your little balance point. Keep checking in with the abs. Keep lengthening out. And you're just going to shift the arm and the leg away from the midline just for a wee round of 3. So the real balance challenge. So lots of core work in here. And then you're going to round through the middle, bring the elbow in to meet the knee, and then lengthen and reach back out. So 2, lengthen and reach. Woo. Lengthen and reach. Good, last one here. Reaching wide, and then you're just going to pulse up with the arm and the leg here. So connect the abs, almost done. Little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And everything back into center. If you need to take a little break here off the wrist, you can push back into rest position and take a little break. And then if not, we'll just work that on the other side. So little extension back of the leg in line with the hip, opposite arm forward, and you're coming in to your little lift in your lower. So abdominals wrapping, pressing the mat away. Good, really reach through the toes, reach through the fingers. Eye gaze just stays kind of down towards the mat so the neck is nice and neutral. 3, 2, last one. We keep the arm and leg up and we just take them out to the side. So just working the balance a little bit here. Good. And in, and then we round through the spine and then we lengthen back out. So a little round through the spine, bring the elbow to knee. Lengthen back out, elbow to knee, lengthen back out, really active in the supporting arm, and then we take our little pulses here. Good. So keep those abs join up, keep that glute hamstring working, arm bone working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Everything back in. Press back, take a little rest position here, and you can walk the hands back in and give the elbows a little shake off here. Woo! My nose is running a little bit in the cold. It is summer in Scotland, I should point out, whenever you are watching this. But it's also a cold summer. Good. So just working off the wrist a little bit there. And then we're going to come up into a little high kneeling position here. We're going to take a little thigh stretch. So with this one, we have to be really mindful that we don't lose our neutral position and that the movement is actually coming from us flexing at the knees here, okay? So the arms are out in line with the shoulder, palms are facing down, nice and neutral. So that nice long side of the body, ribs on top of the pelvis, wrap those abs, so front to back, side to side. Arms are out, palms are facing down, chin in line with the breastbone, breathing in, wrapping the abdominals. You're just going to lower back, but the glutes are firing, the movement's coming from the knees, getting a nice stretch through the quads here, and then press back up. From there, drop your chin to your chest, and then you're going to take a roll down through the spine. So just rolling down, scooping the abdominals up and in to land the hands, untuck the back toes, press the bum up, press the heels down into a little down dog stretch. Good. And then you're just going to roll back through, bring the knees back down, untuck the back toes, back to high kneeling. Good. So thigh stretch here, breathing in, wrap those abdominals down, little stretch back and forward. Chin to chest, roll down through the spine. Really scoop those abs up to support the move, untuck the back toes. Pressing down into a little down dog. You can take a little pedal of the legs if that feels nice. Shoulders in towards the ears, breathing in, and then scoop, bring the knees back down, untuck. 2 more like that, breathing in. Really use the glutes here, keep the hips nice and open. Back up, chin to chest, roll down through the spine. Lift those abdominals. Untuck. Pressing up, good. Reaching all the way back down. Last one here. Stretch the thighs. This is a lovely one. Hip opening, nice for the thighs. Good one for the runners and the cyclists. Pressing up, good. See if you can send those heels down. Rotate the shoulders so as they're in towards the ears. Pressing all the way back up. Untuck the back toes. Arms up. From here, you're going to take the arms into T position. So turn back around to face you. You're going to take the arms back into T position. You're going to do a little twist. So again, pelvis stays nice and forward, just twisting from the ribs. So it's like a kind of little counter rotation, upper body from the lower body. So arms in line with the shoulders, T position, breathing in, little rotation, one rib spinning forward, one rib spinning back. Draw the shoulders down the back, at center. So one more, pelvis stays forward, chin stays in line with the breastbone, so head, neck, upper, mid, back. Good, let's do one more. Rotation's always nice. And glutes working, because in high kneeling, we've lost the little support of the legs, obviously. So glutes are working a lot harder. Beautiful. From there, you're going to come into a lunge position. So one leg forward, and you're going to scoot the arms up, and you're going to drop into the hip on the opposite leg. So reaching forward, send the arms up, keep that connection with the ribs and the pelvis, and dropping forward. See if you can get as much stretch as you can in that hip. And then you're just going to press back to open the hamstring on this leg. So bring the fingertips down, flex the toes towards you, stretch underneath the leg here. Might feel a little bit intense. You can drop down if you've got blocks, yoga blocks at home. You can stick your hands on a yoga block. Keep working those abdominals. You're going to walk forward. Bring the inside hand to the inside edge of the foot. You take your little runner's lunge here. Untuck the back toes, lift the back leg, press into the heel. And again, nice stretch for that opposite hip. So the hip's nice and open. You can drop into it a little bit. Press the mat away, so really fill the back here. Lift the breastbone from the floor. And you can take your little easy twist. So you can send one hand up to the sky. Take a little rotation through the ribs. Look to the hand. Keep pressing that back heel away from you to get the stretch up the back of the leg, calf. Good. Arm, hand, back all the way down. Untuck the back toes and bring that leg back. Take a little stretch. We'll work that on the other side. Good. So bringing the opposite leg forward. Whew. My nose is running so bad. Arms up, drop into that hip. This is a really nice bit where you get to stretch that hip. So reaching up towards the sky, draw the abdominals down, so don't take it into the low back, so don't kind of take a crazy back bend or anything. We're looking more to open the hip here. Good, reaching up, draw the shoulders down the back. Just enjoy it for a little second, and then you're just gonna fold out of it, open the hamstrings, so flex the toes towards you, drop the chin to the chest. Let the hamstrings kind of lengthen, draw that belly button in towards the spine. Good, breathing here. Exhale, and then just coming back forward, bring the inside hand, the hand to the inside edge of the foot, untuck the back toes, send the heel back, take your little runner's lunge. So again, another nice hip opener here, pressing the mat away, nice and active. Good. Keep breathing, keep lifting the abs, a little gentle hollow belly button in towards the spine. And then you can take your little twist, so you can twist to the leg, arm up to the sky. Make sure the twist comes from the ribs, send the heel back, remember, on the supporting leg. Arm is in line with the shoulder. Good. Breathing here. And then all the way back down. Knee down, untuck the back toes. Bring the leg down. Take a little rest position stretch here. Breathing in. Good. Beautiful. Good. From there, you're going to come onto your side. So setting up for side lying. And we're going to start with our oyster. So you've got a couple of options in terms of where you put your underneath hand. So you can have the underneath arm long. Just move that. We've obviously got the weights to keep the mat in contact with the ground. So you can take the underneath arm long, use it as a pillow, rest your head on the underneath arm, and then stack all of the joints. So shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, ankles and feet are stacked. The legs are forward and the heels are in line with the bum. So you're lined up with the back of the mat, essentially. Heels are connected to the bum, or in line with the bum, I should say. And then the underneath waist should be lifted. So where this top hip kind of crashes down, lengthen it away so you get the little lift here. So it's almost like you could kind of pass a sheet of paper underneath your underneath waist. So that underneath waist is not crashing down, it's lifted. And then you're going to come into oyster. So the feet are rolling, abdominals are connecting, so always drawing and wrapping the abs down. And we're just opening and closing the hip. And keeping that nice lift. So send the knee away. Imagine that as the knee opens or the leg opens, the knee's lengthening away from the last rib. So you're getting that nice stretch and sense of length. Good. I'm saying good like I'm watching you. I'm saying good for myself. Good. There it is again. Last two. Beautiful. Good. From there, you're going to lift the leg, float it, take it long in line with the hip, and come into your kick forward and back. So you're going to flex the toes to bring the leg forward, point the toes to drive the leg back. Yeah. So kick forward, point, drive the leg back. So keep the connection here, keep the waist lifted, just take the leg to where you can work it, and the leg stays in line with the hip the whole time. So kick forward, reach and lengthen out as it goes back. Good. Whew. I feel it now. So really trying to open the hip as the leg goes back. So try and get that leg behind the body without losing the rib to hip connection here. Good. Last one. Beautiful here. Keeping the leg where it is. Lift and lower. A little soft point through the toes. For 3, for 2, for 1. Good. From there, we're going to switch position of the leg. So you're going to bring the top leg over. This time you're going to roll off your hip. And the underneath leg is nice and long. And you're going to press up. So little adductor lift, inner thigh lifts. So you're pressing up. inner thigh. Good. So squeeze and imagine you're pressing that leg up to something. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And then from there, you're just going to roll yourself up and take that on the other side. Bring the legs front. We'll do a little hip mobility here. So bring the legs in front. You're just going to drop the knees, so 90-90. So just rolling the hips open and closed, side to side, maybe 6 or 7 times, or for however long you've got. Good. Beautiful. Good. From there, coming on to the other side, just take our little side lying on the other side. So again, setting up underneath arm, or you can prop your head up if that feels a little bit more comfortable. But underneath arm is long, pillow, lining the little pillow for the head, lining the back of the body, up with the back of the mat. Heels are in line with the bum. Nice V in the front. Connect the ribs to the pelvis, and then stretch that leg away. So lift the underneath waist, wrap the abs, give you that support, and just open and closing the top leg. So drawing the shoulder down the back. Breathing. Good. Scooping in. Four, 3, 2. Last one here. Good. Taking the leg long, extending it, coming into your forwards and backs. So kick forward, lengthen backwards. So really extend out of the hip. Again, we've got that lift in the waist. We're scooping the abs. Going to flex forward, point the toes, drive the leg. So keeping the leg in line with the hip the whole time. So we're trying to do kind of maybe 8 to 10 of each exercise. Keep that connection. Don't lose rib to hip. Keep the abdominals drawing down for the support. Remember, you can have the top arm lightly placed on the mat in front for a little bit of extra support. And you're trying to pull that leg back. Get your stretch here. Open that hip. Good. 3, 2. Last one. Remember, stay nice and neutral. Leg back to hip height. 5 little lift and lowers. 4, 5. Beautiful. Good. And then switch the position of the leg. So top leg rolls off the hip, rolls over, and underneath leg long in line with the hip. Coming into your little inner thigh lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Bringing that back in. And then you're going to roll onto your front. And we're just going to finish with a little cobra. So position of the legs for this one is heels in, toes are out. You're going to have the arms just kind of release. You're going to place the arms so you can get a release through the shoulders. It's going to be different. It's going to look different for everybody. So don't look at me thinking that's where your arms need to be. Your forehead's down in the mat. You're in a sort of W position with the arms. Palms down. Heels in, toes out. You're slightly wider than hip distance. So you're in this external rotation from the hips. You're going to breathe in. And then as you exhale, you can imagine you've got a marble under your nose, and you're going to start to roll that marble away from you. And you're going to start to shine your breastbone forward. And then eventually you're going to press up into the hands to open the chest, connect the ribs, head in line with the spine. Breathe in here, nice and open in the front body, nice stretch. And then to come out of it, you're going to bend at the elbows, place the forearms down, and then lower back down. Piece by piece, we're going to do one more, head and neck last. Breathing in, exhale, start to lift the head and the neck in line with the spine. And you're like rolling your marble, lifting those abdominals, pressing the body open. Breathing in, shoulders should be down the back here. And then exhale, bend at the elbows, place the spine back down piece by piece. Head and neck last. Hands in, press your bum back to your heels. Take a little rest position. Breathing in. And then slowly just restacking the spine piece by piece by piece. Calming back up. And that is your good glutes and healthy hips workout.